I actually predicted the Series 7 LEGO Bricklink Designer Program selection set. Well, sort of. In today's video, we're going to be taking a deep dive into all 5 of the new Series number 7 BDP sets. So if that interests you, well, this should be fun. What's up, everybody? I'm your host here, Christo from Stud City. And if you can't remember, I put out a video where I picked my predictions for the 5 LEGO sets that would be chosen from Bricklink Designer Program out of 375 designs. I'm actually really proud to say I had one set on our list that was chosen out of the 5. I feel like that's kind of an impressive touch. Obviously, I could have got more on that list. That would have been pretty more impressive. But let me know in the comments if you had any guesses and they were correct. So that's pretty crazy. Unfortunately, the only one was the sushi restaurant, which we'll take a look at here in just a moment. So we officially have 5 LEGO sets that crowdfunding will start in almost a year. Yes, believe it or not, crowdfunding for Series 7 will not be until February 1st, 2026. Now, how do you even remember that? Well, just subscribe to Stud City and I'll make sure you don't miss out on some of these key dates, as well as dates from Series 5, Series 6, 7, 8, and so on. Because I do like to cover all of the Bricklink Designer Program information. That way, we're all up to date and not missing important dates to buy sets like these if you're wanting to get them. Anyways, the 5 sets selected would be the Privateer Frigate Fortuna, Walt the Little Robot, the Sushi Restaurant, the Alchemist Shop, and the Antique Collection. I have a lot of thoughts and opinions on these, and they are my own. Maybe I'm not in love with all of them, but I feel like that's the service the Bricklink Designer Program is trying to offer. So I think this could be a good thing. I will be curious to see how all of these sets play out, but let's dive straight on into it. I'm going to start things off with my favorite one because it was one of the 5 that I predicted and one I'm actually thrilled about. I think this is the one I'm thrilled about most. This is the one I'm thrilled about most from the series. Let me restate that. And I will definitely be buying a copy, maybe 2 of this, depending on the time and era that things are going on. So anyways, it's a brick-built sushi restaurant. It kind of resembles, a hint of Ninjago, obviously because of the Asian architecture and like style into this build. It looks like we got some sticker elements here for some of the logos. Probably Japanese, right? I don't speak, can't read, so I don't know exactly what that says. Maybe one of these says sushi. That would be my assumption. But hey, big brains there. Anyways, it features a nice restaurant that is actually openable. And you can see it has so many different segments into it, like Norin, Ikebana, or Furu, Shibisen, and so on. All the different callouts, and then there's actually the opposite side of the restaurant, which, bonsai over here, the bamboo sprouts, just so many other more details. So it's pretty cool that it opens up like that. You can see inside of it and kind of display it in different ways and fashions. It even comes with a tram here, that's rolling through the city. That's kind of what makes this set unique. It's all minifig scale and comes with minifigs, so that's kind of a huge play in my eyes. But I love the way it looks just all complete and all together, because you can display it like this, you can display it the other rotation. It is just really like a complete set in all ways. And if you want to make it bigger, you can open it up and put it on a shelf, right, and display it like that. So I'm a really, really big fan of this one. But I've been kind of asking for something like this for quite some time, so I feel like this one suits my needs and would be one of the 5 out of the selection that I'm like actually thrilled about. It comes with 3,400 pieces. So I do want to talk about prices in this video. We don't know prices as of yet. So we'll find out probably, I don't know, in the coming months. I'll definitely, again, keep the channel up to date. But 3,400 pieces, 718 unique parts, and then 25 stickers, which is a lot of stickers. I definitely resemble this one similar to like a modular building. Like think of the Tudor Corner that just released not too long ago. I think that one, if I'm not mistaken, was like in the similar parts range, and the value of it was $230. So, I don't know if Bricklink's gonna be able to keep it at that price threshold, but I would love to see this one. Easily under 250. Just comparing it to like a Lego modular. I don't know if that's doable, right? I don't know the cost breakdowns of things. That's not my job or my role. I get to talk about Lego and just, design wise, and if I'm buying it, and talk about prices. So for me, I'm kind of relaying this one to a modular. I would definitely argue, it's a little bit bigger than a modular, so I could see where the prices increase would hit this one. So I feel like 250 to 260 is probably where I would want to land on a set like this, but only time will tell. The next one I think will be way more expensive, and honestly I think will be one of the downfalls of this set. It is the Privateer Frigate Fortuna. Now, although I do really like this ship, I do wish it had, You know, we talked about this on the live stream. It has brick built sails here. Obviously, you know, getting the cloth sails probably would have been a dub for something like this. But man, this is just a minifig pack fandom. This set overall looks great, but my only regret to a set being chosen like this is we've seen so many ships be made by Lego finally, like, all rightfully so. Like, we've been wanting more Lego ships to be constructed, right? We've seen, you know, old ones in years past, from Lord of the Rings to Pirates of the Caribbean to great Lego City ones. It was a very long time we didn't see a good Lego ship be made. But now we have the Endurance that just released during Black Friday 2024. That's $270 and is very, very detailed and a very nice display piece. Micro scale, no minifigs, so keep that in mind. We also have the April release, which is the River Steamboat, which is absolutely massive. It's $330. It comes with about 4,000 something pieces. Huge, huge set. No minifigs, but minifig scale. Love it. Lego Ideas theme. We have the Merchant Boat from Series 4 Bricklink Designer Program, just released for crowdfunding. The Merchant Boat right here. That one was awesome. It was like a modular on wheels. One of my favorite boats I've got to build of all times. So we've had sets, guys. We've had boats. That's the only thing that piques my interest for this set. And I'm not drawing that away. I mean, this thing is epic in its own way. I think the minifigs are awesome that are included. This is my favorite character up here in the front. I think that is a baller minifig. But yeah, I mean, it is just jam-packed with, you know, details, but it's not something unique. And that's where, like, I get a little frustrated with this, because in my opinion, you know, we saw the Lego Ideas Pirates of the Barracuda Bay. That one retired either 2020 or 2021. And I'm not saying this is exactly similar. It's not. It's different. But, like, I mean, you can easily call out scenes here. And this is where the frustration on the uniqueness just goes into, like, my frustration, because I would rather see sets that are, you know, more unique that Lego wouldn't made. And Lego has made this set, basically, and a multitude of different variations. So, like, here's a captain in the back room, right? He's got a map, he's got a quill, he's got a little lantern, you know, a front door, his own little room, right? Pirates of Barracuda Bay. Bro, he's got a minifig talking to him. He's got a quill, he's got a map, he's got his lantern, he's got his treasure chest. Like, this is not unique, in my opinion. And I'm not discrediting the designer. I think it's great, but I just think there was other sets that probably could have been selected. Moving forward, Walt, the little robot. You're gonna be surprised what my input about this one. Like, I actually like this guy. When we did a top 20 Lego set, I'm like, hey, this guy's pretty cool. He's pretty unique. Like, we haven't really seen Lego do a lot of stuff like this, so I'm cool with this one. I am, and I think it's gonna be attainable. Oh, I'm sorry, I gotta go back to the privateer frigate, because this set also has 4,000 pieces. Now, if we're gonna compare it to official Lego sets, you know, River Steamboat, you know, 4K pieces, something like that, $330. So this one for me needs to be I'll be honest. I'm hoping this set's to 270 to 280. That's kind of my hope, but I just feel like there's no way, considering how many minifigs are in it. But it'll be very interesting to see where that one goes. 4K pieces is crazy. A lot of minifigs. Yeah, it'll be interesting. But going back to Walt here for a second, this one is going to be the cheapest of the bunch for sure. 663 pieces inside this bad boy. I think he's cool. I think it's definitely a niche audience, but I'll be honest, I'm going to be buying a copy. I think this guy looks fun. Like, he screams Lego in my eyes. Like, this is unique. We don't really see, I mean, we see Lego Star Wars droids. That's Lego Star Wars droids. We've seen, like, Wall-E be made from Lego. We've seen some other brick built characters from Disney, right? Like, Hey Hey. But, like, this is just a little bit more fun, right? So I like that it have different variations of faces, 6 alternate faces. It's pretty cool. So I really like the aspect that this is probably going to be between $40 and $50. I think at $40, this is, like, easily the first one to sell out and, like, amongst one of the fastest, just considering, like, a price threshold that's attainable for, you know, a lot of people. You know, some of these Bricklink designer programs, every set inside the lot was over $200. Like, that is really expensive. So seeing one that's going to be more attainable for everyone, and, you know, a little bit of just a wide variety, I think is going to be really, really cool. So this is on my buy list. So right now, I think I'm two out of the 5 that I'm picking up. The next one, the Alchemist Shop. Now, I've seen a lot of controversy on this one, and I'm going to honestly just bring it off right to the beginning. I relate it a lot to the medieval blacksmiths from the Lego Ideas set. So as far as uniqueness, I feel like this set's not very unique, because we can go side by side and look at picture after picture. This is very much similar to the medieval blacksmith in the aspects of building style, you know, fitting in. If you're a fan, though, maybe this is a dream set, right? Like, maybe this is like, hey, awesome, I get to put this next to my medieval blacksmith. And I'm going to give this justice that it deserves, because I think the Medieval Blacksmith was one of the top 10 best Lego sets that I've ever got to build in the last 7 years. Something about it, I really enjoyed it. I loved all the details inside. I thought it was a fun build. It was $150 at the time for 2,100 pieces. Unfortunately, in 2022, back in Legoflation days that I like to call it, yeah, 2022, what an era. Boom, overnight, this set was 150 up to 180. So you got a price increase. So say this one ended at 180, will we see similar price tag for the Alchemist shop? And I think Al, rightfully so, it must be. I think it needs to be between 150 and 180 dollars. I think 180 is even still high because I was not buying the Medieval Blacksmith. Even when it was retiring, it's actually still available on Amazon for that price point. I just thought it was overpriced. So I honestly, because again, I bought one at 150 or a couple at 150. So to see this one, needs to be in that range. I feel like 160, 150, 160 will be adequately fair. All right, the next set here is going to be the Antique Collection. I think this one is the most niche-oriented set. I'm just going to straight out say it. This set is not really for me, but that's okay. I'm sure it's out there for someone, so it'll be interesting to see how that goes. 1,400 pieces. When I look at this, I did not think 1,400 to 1,500 pieces. I was like, like 600-700 pieces, but that is a lot of pieces. So I'm imagining this thing to be a lot bigger than what the images probably are portraying it. And I think the best picture right here to give it justice is like the actual Lego minifigures inside of it. So if you went ahead and stacked like, I don't know, 4 or 5 minifigs, that's probably how tall this antique vanity is. So put that in perspective. It has a lot of cool different elements from Lego from over the years, right? More of like an antique collection of Lego. So anyways, it's pretty interesting. Again, not a set for me, but congrats to the designer getting that one selected. I think at 1,400 pieces, what's truly offered in the set, I don't think this set can be more than I don't think the set will be less than $100, but for the sake of its sales, I hope it's, at most $100. Right? I just find it, a lot of people, I just feel like it was going to be difficult to be like seeing this and be like, I'm going to spend 150 on this, right? Like, where's the price threshold? Don't know where that lands. Again, it's not something I'd be interested in anyways, so I'm not really a great reliable source for pricing this one. Truthfully, for me, it would have to be extremely low for me to touch this because it's just not something I collect. So anyways, those are the 5 Bricklink Designer Program sets. Are you thrilled about the selection from Series 7 or were you bummed out? I'll be honest, there was a couple other sets that I would much rather have, including the Cherry Liner Express Train because I'm a huge train fan and I absolutely love and adored this design. And then also the Dragon Attack for me was my #1 seed because this set I feel like needs to be made. The designer is TLG, and he actually had 2 sets that I thought were amazing in the selection process. This one was the Red Mountain Kingdom Castle. I thought this thing is absolutely amazing, more or less because it kind of goes with this Dragon Attack. But the reason I like the Dragon Attack best was because it has like this little outpost with a wizard decked out in white, maybe the good one, maybe the evil one, but he's battling this black and red dragon with maybe his evil wizard brother over here in black. So it was kind of like a best of both worlds. They just went, right? It had the whole storyline. I was really like, oh, it's got the story. It's got the awesome castles, fantasy era into it. Like, this will be chosen. Coming with less than 3,000 pieces. Bummer. I'm really bummed. I'm going to reach out to TLG. If you guys want to see me make this on the channel, I would actually love to do that just because of how much we talked about this set. I don't know who this designer is. Not sponsored to say any of this. This was just a set I fell in love with when making all of these videos. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Let me know if you missed out on any of the 375 design sets that you really wanted and didn't get. I'd be curious to see which ones you guys wanted in the comments below. Anyways, that's going to wrap it up. Love you guys. Make sure to subscribe for up-to-dates on the Bricklink Designer Program, and we'll see you in the next one. I'm Christo from Stud City. Happy shopping. Don't forget to swipe the card, and peace out.